Now rationalising the denominator, all the process is taking away the root symbol surd from the bottom line. So how would you rationalise this denominator? Times the equation by
square root.
By 1 in the form of root 3 over root 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
To change the denominator in a fraction, you've got to times it by 1, don't you? Thinking back to year 9 and then year 10 and year 11. Times by 1, don't you? In the form of root 3 over root 3. Because now what does that become? It becomes 2 root 3 over 3. What I've done is I've rationalised my denominator. Can you see that? Now that's straightforward as anything, okay? Where it gets a little bit trickier is when we've got something in the bottom line that is, okay? That's what we want to get to by the end of today's lesson. What the video here is going to combine with this stuff, okay? So that exercise there shouldn't take us very long, okay? Just want to try and get used to rationalising the denominator. Okay, what I want to carry on with, gentlemen, is so that's your basic surd stuff. Now we're going to have a look at these conjugate stuff, okay? So a conjugate number, a conjugate surd is going to be something that you will have to know. So introducing it now with these surds is a potentially good place to get an understanding of a conjugate, and then later on what we'll do is we'll come back to conjugates later on. So a conjugate number is just if that is a surd, then its conjugate is that. So a plus root b, then the conjugate is just a minus root b. Why would that be? Because when you multiply a conjugate with the proper surd, what would happen with the square root symbol? It would disappear. Why is that? Because of not a perfect square, but a difference of two squares. Okay? So in other words, a plus root b, a minus root b. If we expand that, and I'll do it now, what is the first part? Second part is minus a root b. This part here is plus a root b. What happens to those? They cancel out, eh? What is plus root b times negative root b? It's just minus b, isn't it? Now if these ones here cancel out, what am I left with? What have I got rid of? The square root symbol. So now when we're trying to rationalise the denominator, if it's 2 minus root 6, what can I do? Get rid of my surd, get rid of my radical square root symbol, leaving me with the number on the bottom. Okay? Does that sort of make sense where you're going? Yeah. And this will have applications in complex numbers. Okay? Complex numbers so far will be very similar to what you've just done, but instead of being a radical, it's going to be an I or whatever it will be. Okay? A little bit slightly different, but it's very, very similar. So, so try that there. 6 times 6, 36. That there, minus 6 root 3, plus 6 root 3, minus 3. Those parts will cancel, leaving me with an answer of 33. Make sense? That's the one I just did. Just did it up there so you can have a look. So do you want me to have a crack at some of these ones, or do you guys want to have a crack at those first and go through them? You guys. Do that one here, at least. First one. Okay, so I'm trying to rationalise this. What might I multiply it by? That's conjugate. So I'm going to multiply this by the conjugate. What's my surd? My surd is this 2 plus root 3. What's my conjugate there for? 2 minus. So I'm going to multiply it by 1 in the form of 2 minus root 3. You guys happy with what I've done so far? So top line. that's just 6 times 2 minus root 3 all over 2 plus root 3, 2 minus root 3. Just writing it out so you can see it. I'll expand the brackets. 12 minus 6 root 3. All over 2 times 2, which is 4. That part and that part will simplify, leaving me with minus 3. Happy?
Yep.
Which I can just write as 1, which really I can just write as that. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so trying to rationalise the denominator. What am I going to do here? Times it by its conjugate, and the conjugate is 6 minus root 5. 6 minus root 5. Right, so that now becomes, do it over here because of the crack in the screen. That times that divided by happy with that? Okay, now if you look at the bottom line in particular, because the bottom line is the one that is the rationalising, that's going to be 6 squared, 36, plus, and the minus the 6 root 5, so we just won't write that down, minus 5, which is actually just going to be 31. Happy with that? Top line, 18 minus 3 root 5 minus 6 root 2 plus root 10. That is a 5. Pretty poor handwriting. Is that my answer?
Is that the most simplified?
Is that the most simplified it can be? Can you simplify 5, square root of 5, square root of 2? Can you simplify square root of 10? You could to square root of 5 and square root of 2, can't you? But then, which one do you combine it with? And here, doesn't make sense, okay? Because you're going to have 6 root 2 lots of root 5, which doesn't make sense, okay? So, just leave it as like that. Any questions? Okay.